Hello, Kit fans. We are talking Kit. I say we. I am talking Kit this week. Flying solo. The other two are God knows where. James, I believe, is becoming Alan Sugar and he's getting his disciplinary on, giving someone a good scene. Not a good scene too. That's the wrong thing to say. He's giving someone a good telling off. Let's just put it that way. I don't know what he gets up to at work. He could be giving a good scene too. I do not know. I'm not there. Not privy to that information, so I will leave that well alone. And Sean, he's somewhere being Sean, probably stuck in a charity shop, finding some weird fake shirts to buy for £2. I was going to talk to him about that because he was sending us pictures in the group this week. He's bought me a Brazil Nike vest. I don't know what it is. It looks all right. I said I'd use it for running. I will probably just I'll probably just wear it around. It's Brazil. It's Nike. What can I say? I'm happy. £2 he paid for it, so I'm not going to complain. Sean is coming. He's apparently setting up. I don't know. He'll come when he comes. We'll probably just crack on. Anyway, so yeah, thanks for joining us for another Full Kit Rankers. It's Wednesday. It's 8 o'clock. This is what we do. We get our rank on for you. We find 10 shirts and us and our panel all rank them. And we do have a definitive list and we run through it from 10 to number 1 to find out what it is that we find the best shirt from these 10. So if it is your first time talking kit, please make sure that you like our video, share with your kit-loving friends, and also subscribe to the channel. As always, we do try and get as many subs as we can. It's for free. It's not going to cost you anything. So why not bloody do it? That's what I say. So Sean will be along sometime soon. But before that, let's get our first guest. I can't even call him a guest. Why do I call him a guest? He isn't a guest anymore. He's part of the furniture. He is the Talking Kit #1 fan, and we're the #1 fan of him. It is the diva of the kit world. Of course, it's Josh, a.k.a. the Kitsman. Good evening, sir. It's good to see you.
Hello. All right.
I'm absolutely all the better for seeing you, mate. That's what I have to say. I'm all the better for seeing you.
Stop this flattery. It's beautiful. It's too much for me. Too much for me.
It's nothing but
I can't take all the flattery. But no, I'm good, man. How are you, my friend?
I'm all right, mate. Yeah, I'm all right. It's good to do this. Let's just say that it's been a busy week so far. It's only Wednesday, so yeah. Sorry, go on.
I was going to say, like, Sean has got you a £2 Brazil vest, right?
Yeah, they found it in a charity shop. Yeah.
I mean, that's good. I mean, I've been to them recently. I found a Lalana New Balance shirt. It's small, £25, mate. I tell you, charity shops are getting coy to it, mate.
And this was the Bernardo's he found it as well, and their prices are normally quite high. Bernardo's.
They're hot on it.
He also found, what else did he find? He found a China Umbro futsal shirt. He didn't buy it though, he said.
Of course. I mean, your collection is not complete until you have that. Exactly
that. But he didn't buy it, which is a shame. It might be gone now, but he should have bought it just for the story. You know what it's like. Fake Italy shirts and all that. Why not? But yeah, it's good to see you, mate. I see you wearing a shirt that's linked to tonight. We won't say anything yet.
Yeah, I'm a sort of, well, I follow my city. I do support them, but it's in that sort of like no-go zone, isn't it? Really, where I have a team I support, but also a team I follow. Is it allowed? I don't know if it is. I'm allowing it. So yeah, gone with Lincoln tonight. I think it was last season's, I believe. Went back to a nice little pinstripe number. Fans took to it quite nicely. We did pretty good in it too.
Yeah, I have to say, one of my favourite crests of all time in football.
Yeah.
The imp.
Give a bit of the imp there, yeah.
Beautiful.
It is.
Safe to say, I've had a few exes look similar to that. So,
it's started. It's on.
It's on. But going back to what you're saying about, is it okay to support a team and follow a team? I support Manchester United, as you probably know, but I also follow Barcelona and Ajax. So I'm going to say, feel free to do as you want, Josh. Feel free to do as you want, mate. Don't let anyone tell you what to do. That's what I'd say.
I try not.
So yeah, as always, mates, thank you for sharing your Wednesday evening with us to get our rank on. Before we get into what we are ranking this week, let's get our final guest on. He was desperate to come on last week, and Josh almost didn't make it, and I had to sort of almost sub him in to then let him down, and I felt really bad. So he was booked in for this week anyway. So it's glad he didn't see or take it to heart, and he has joined us. It's Matt from Kit and Bone making his hat-trick appearance tonight. The first person to reach a hat-trick.
Well, is that true?
Yeah, it's true. You're the first one to be on 3 times. So
nice.
Congratulations.
It's good to be here. It's very enjoyable.
You get a match ball, mate, after this.
Hey?
You get the match ball after this, mate.
Yeah, we'll all sign it for you as well. And we'll send you
that's very kind. Very kind. That's not
how
happening.
How have you been? It's good to see you, mate. Good to have you back.
Yeah, I'm all good. It's nice to be back. Just keeping myself busy. Just trying to keep the world turning, really. Trying to keep the skull going. Keep it turning, keep it spinning.
Obviously loving what you're wearing tonight, and obviously the drops you've been doing with the shirts, mate. The sort of MLS inspired shirts. They're absolutely amazing. Great work.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, gone for a very stateside feel to the start of the year. They've gone down very nicely. People seem to really like them. It's lovely talking to all the new fans, and like we were just talking about the whole sort of having a team and following a team and all that sort of thing.
Yeah,
I mean, I feel like with the job that I do with this, you kind of fall in love with a new team every week. You're kind of like, oh, they're cool. They're a nice bunch. Like them. And then it's, on to the next one. Oh, they're also really cool. It's quite, it's hard to move on, but
there's too many, mate.
There are lots of teams. I mean, that is the thing with football. There are a lot of teams.
There is. You also said there's too many sometimes.
Yeah, they've got them in every country.
Oh, here he is. Every country.
Sorry, I had to hot foot it from work.
Here he is, straight from his Twitch stream. It's Sean, looking like he's had a few games of Fortnite with that headset. He's looking good.
It would have been Red Dead, I think, if it was anything.
Fantastic, mate. Getting back into that at the moment.
New things found every game I play.
I know. It's a very layered game. You find something new all the time.
I thought I'd try this out. This is a little bit different today.
You sound so clear, mate. You sound so clear.
The clearest you've ever sounded.
I might try and drop it a few octaves as well, if that makes anything better.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, just don't do the face. That was creepy as hell. Please don't do that face again. So you're all right. What are you wearing tonight, Sean?
This is 2009 Motherwell home.
Boy, is Motherwell.
Made by Canterbury.
Yes.
Don't really venture into football, do they, Canterbury?
You did in the late 90s, didn't they?
Yeah.
Only a few things.
Did Pompey, didn't they, for a bit?
Yeah. Basically, around that time, they were my SPL team because I don't know if you remember Jim Gannon, he was our manager and player for a while. He got us promoted. Motherwell snapped him up. So I followed him to Fir Park.
Nice.
Charity shop find or?
Oh, no, I bought this from the Motherwell online shop in 2008.
Oh, so you've had it since then? Oh,
yeah.
I bet you it's made of stronger stuff, mate. Canterbury is designed to be.
Yeah, I've washed this and dried this at a 60 wash, and still, it's not like my Middlesbrough Ramsden kit. It's perfect.
Every member of the kit community just went. Then when you said that, yeah,
I'm so blasé about washing kits.
Yeah,
don't we know it?
I've played football a few times in a Stockport County 1994 home shirt. It's worth $250 now. I played in it loads of times until I realised the value of it.
You're making me win. Stop now. Let's move on before you make Matt and Josh both cry. Right, we'll get into this week's show. The shirts we are ranking. So, as it was the first league to finish in terms of games played before going into the playoffs, we are looking at 10 shirts from this season's League One teams. I just thought, just because it's the first league to finish, I thought, well, let's get some lower league teams. I've not really done lower league teams on the game the channel so far in terms of full kit rankers. So I thought, let's have a look at 10 of their shirts. Didn't realise until sending them to him, bit of a sore spot for Matt, as his team was relegated from the Championship this season, and he's going to be playing in League One. So you'll be playing a couple of these temes.
It is a league I am very, very familiar with as a Peterborough fan. So spent most of my football watching days not quite getting out of that division. So look forward to this. And also, with the way that it goes and my ranking on these, it's just like an arrow to the heart. Once we get to my favourite pick, it's almost too much for me to take. But I still did it. I did the right thing.
You're amongst friends, mate. You're amongst friends.
You are. Definitely are.
Thank you. It's comforting.
Okay, so yeah, we're going to get into this week's shirts from 10 to 1. And if you've got any opinions, you want to comment, let us know what you think of the shirts, if any of our opinions are rubbish, or Sean's night out ratings are crap. That's pretty much what we want to know. So we'll go into it. It's out of 50. James has ranked as well, even though he's not here. So it is a score out of 50 overall. So we'll go into number 10 with, I say measly, it's not the worst score we've had. We've had worse. 13 points overall. Number 10 on our list is Accrington Stanley away shirt. I think, yeah, 3 people put it dead last. Myself, Matt, and Josh. James weirdly had it 3rd on his list.
Huh?
3rd, yeah.
Did you not send him the pictures?
I mean, I don't know what he saw. I'm going to say...
Because he loves George Michael, isn't it? That's what it is.
It's because he loves George Michael. And it was wham, 100%. Oh, I think it's because he actually has a George Michael joke, doesn't he? Regarding one bar. I think it's something along the lines of, I ate a one bar the other day. Don't taste anything like George Michael. I think that's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
He was going to save that for Edinburgh, giving away his jokes.
He'll appreciate you dropping that.
Well, you know, it's a reason to go and watch him do some jokes, I guess. And Sean, you had it 9th on your list. So let's start with you, Sean, because you liked it a little bit more than us 3. Yeah. Is it just there was a shirt worse than this, or how do you see it?
Yeah, I think that's basically what it is. I mean, it was better than the 10th spot with it being plain white and clean, and everything's organised in it. It's quite symmetrical. And it's not really, nothing shouts out at me apart from the sponsor, to be honest.
Nice
It looks
rating?
Like I'd give it an 8, to be honest. I'd wear that on a night out.
What? This is where people confuse you with night out ratings, because normally it's white you wouldn't ever wear out, but this one you would.
I know, but the sun was out and it's messed my views up a bit. This is summer night out top.
Yeah.
That's absolutely fine. You're entitled to your opinion, mate. Don't worry about it. Matt, it's just a template with Accrington's badge on and a different sponsor. Do you agree with that? Is that the reason why it's 10?
I mean, that's why it's where it is on the list. I think this list for me generally it's kind of split in 2 halves. It's the what's your favourite template versus what's your favourite shirt design. And this is my least favourite. Is it the same one that Sheriff wore? Sheriff in the Champions League?
I think you're right, mate. Yeah, very close. Yeah, that got cult status, didn't it?
Yeah, I think that's sort of. I'm not sure if it is exactly the same. I mean, I'm sure there are lots of people that will be watching that'll tell me that it's not quite the same. But it reminded me of that, and it's it's just not great for me.
Yeah, that's fine. Josh, 10 for you as well, mate. Echoing a lot of what Matt's saying in terms of the shirt.
Yeah, I mean, out of the ones he gave us, Aaron, I mean, it is not a bad. None of these are bad shirts. Like, you know, they're not terrible. It's just there's no character, there's no tradition. That is just off the shelf, innit? Like Matt says, it's just very bog standard. I mean, it's good, but it's, you know, like the Wham. I like that sponsor. I think it's nice. Accrington Stanley badge. You know, I like the fact that it's not decided to go all fully digital and such, and it's all very sort of, you know, artiste done. It's just not very. It's just not very inspiring, is it? And it's a bit of a shame. It's almost like, you know, they just get the same thing in each year and don't really put in much into it. But I guess it's the cost, isn't it? And you have to pay for bespoke, and I guess that's not that important to them when they're trying to keep a club afloat.
Yeah. So there we go then. I agree with everything you said on in terms of why I've put it 10. There's nothing sort of sticks out. Apart from the Wham sponsor looks quite nice. That's pretty much it. You could put.
Who are Wham?
I'm literally just trying to have a look, mate. I don't know.
I mean, you could literally put Leeds badge on there. You could put Fulham's badge on there. It'd be the same kit, wouldn't it? Really.
You could put Foot Locker on there. It could be someone's staff shirt, couldn't it?
Foot Locker.
Like a uniform. It could be a uniform for JD.
Yeah, it could. A good top to wear at five-a-side. Let's say that for me in terms of this one. Managed to find it, Josh?
Yeah, it's also called the Wham Stadium as well. Don't know what they do though. That's the problem. It's not really giving me much on that, other than
Is it an acronym?
I don't know if or not it is. It's the deal is we'll see its Wham brand continue as the main sponsor of the club, appearing on the team shirts and around the ground, which will continue to be known as the Wham Stadium. But God knows what Wham is. I mean, the mystery continues.
If anyone knows, please jump in the comments. Let us know what Wham is. That'd be great. Other than the band, obviously. We know about the band. Don't worry about that. But yeah, there we go. Number 10 on our list. With 13 points, it is the Accrington Stanley away shirt from this season. Moving on to number 9. And with 14 points, only beating it by a single point in the list, is this. It's the Portsmouth third shirt. Yeah, James put it last, and I had it 6 in my list. I like the colours, and the fact that it's meant to be a half and half shirt, but isn't a half and half shirt, as it's lopsided. Controversial, but I quite like it just for being a little bit quirky. So yeah, let's go on to Sean. You also had it last. We'll start with you again.
Yeah, it's just a part of it is me being a Southampton fan in the Premiership.
Okay.
A bit biased, but it's just it's a kit you make up on like actual soccer too, innit? You know, when you make your own team up. It's very they've got like 4 templates on there, and that's one of them. No character really. Nod to University of Portsmouth, but that's a sponsor. That's it. I'd wear it on a night out. 6 out of 10 maybe.
6 out of 10.
Yeah.
You scored it dead last because of your allegiance to Southampton, yet you'd still wear it on a night out. Makes sense, Sean. That's what I'll ask. To make a little bit of sense, mate.
Maybe in Portsmouth.
All right, yeah. Let's go with you then, Josh. You had this 9th overall in your list, so you got it. You got the first 2 bang on so far. Yeah, tell us your thoughts on the Portsmouth third shirt from this season.
Yeah, it is a third shirt, isn't it? I mean, it's very much sort of like got that sort of craziness about it. Don't quite get what the 58 sort of 42 split is on that, or you could say 52-48 split on there, really. I think, yeah. I don't know. I don't know why that was why that needed to be like that. I mean, everyone commented on it as soon as it came out. I don't think it's the only shirt of that template that does that. I like the alternative cuffs. Again, I don't think it's not a bad shirt. It's just got that Sunday League vibe to it, hasn't it? I think they should have just gone with Canterbury again.
I do quite like the alternate badge you've done on it as well. Looks a little bit different. Quite nice.
Yeah.
We'll finish off with you then, Matt, on this one. You had this 6 on your list, similar to me.
Yeah.
Are you a fan or?
I don't dislike it. Again, as I was saying with the first one, I feel like it was my favourite of the templated looks. I like the badge. I quite like that. Yeah, the Pompey badge is a nice looking badge, and I like the fact that it's got a red tick, not a white swoosh on it. So quite like that. And also, I must say, actually, as a fan of a team at this sort of level, it's actually quite nice to get shirts that feel like they're just kind of, that come out of the big brand stable. It actually sort of it does sit quite nicely with me. I always enjoyed Nike doing the posh kits. They always did a good job for us, even though they were very, very simple plain shirts a lot of the time, and which is exactly what this is. But it does its job well. I think the fans will have probably quite like this. Although it's red, so they probably would have hated it.
Yeah, probably. Just looking, obviously, I know that, like we spoke about, obviously it's off center a little bit, but I think it would have worked maybe a little bit better if the right sleeve was red, just to counteract the left being black.
Yeah.
against the red. I think that might have worked a little bit better.
Yeah.
But I don't think overall, I don't think it's a bad shirt. I say like you said, Josh. You know, a lot of people comment on the off centre sort of line. Again, don't know why that is, but they went with it, and I think you know it kind of works, especially if you're playing Sunday League down in Portsmouth. Why not have a little wear of this one for your team? So there we go. Let's move on. Number 9 on our list, the Portsmouth third shirt for this season in League One, with a total of 14 points overall. So we'll move on to the next one. We jump up a little bit in terms of score. There's a nice bunch now, separated by sort of 3 or 4 points. So the next one is number 8 on the list with 23 points, and it is the Wigan Athletic home shirt from this season, supplied by Puma. Just come in number 8, 7th in my list, 5th in James's list overall. Let's start with you, Matt. You had this 9th overall in your list.
So I didn't like it.
you wasn't much of a fan as maybe the rest of us. But yeah, tell us your thoughts on the Wigan Athletic shirt.
Yeah, I mean, I am a massive fan of a Wigan shirt with a nice splash of green on it as well. That's always my favourite colour combination for a Wigan shirt. So much so that I wanted to work in JJB Sports when I was a teenager, just to be able to get the free kit without the badge on it. But they didn't let me have the job. We won't talk about that anymore. This kit is, I just don't think that the stripes suit the cut of the template particularly well. So you get that sort of cut off stripe at the shoulder. You get very narrow looking stripes on the sides. And then the collar sort of ends in the middle. It just sort of looks, it's just a bit unfortunate. I think that the stripes, don't suit the template as well as it possibly could another one. Yeah.
Do you agree with that, Sean? You had this 7th in your list, similar to me.
Yeah, compared to the rest, it was quite boring. And I don't know what's the sponsor. Epic GL or GI is that?
I'll get straight to it.
Cheers, Josh. Yeah, it was just a bit meh to me. I'd give it a 5 on a night out as well.
Would you? Yeah. I think the sponsor for me is a bit lost. Obviously, when you zoom out from far away, you don't really. The text is a little bit lost. I don't know. It's just not a great sponsor for me.
I'm getting like Emirates or Qatar vibes from that sponsor. Like
far off, really. It's money based. It's investment. It's an investment company.
Oh, lovely. As they all are these days, nothing spectacular as I should have imagined. We'll finish off with you then, Josh. 4th for you overall. You're a fan of the blue and white stripes from the pie eaters, as we like to call them.
Yeah, I think I've had a bit of a senior moment, mate. I don't know why I've put that high. Must have been something about it I liked. No, I think I did that because I appreciated the way that I think this had been used for 2 seasons. I think they came out and said that they were going to hold because nobody was at Wigan when I don't think they had any fans in the ground. Obviously, the first year of COVID, second one it started. So I think they sort of marketed along the ideas because you've never seen this in this. We're wearing it again next season. So I think I quite liked it for that message as well. I thought that was quite nice. The kit itself it's okay. Like I said, it's a bit odd with that sort of cut, like Matt was saying. Don't dislike the actual sort of template itself. I think the sponsor does sort of look a bit lost, a bit off in sort of like that gold. But no, I think it was mainly down to the sort of message it was giving out that, you know, they were going to allow the fans to wear it and see it again the next year. So yeah, fair play.
Yeah, no, that definitely gets some more points from me. Definitely rate that. Keeping a kit for 2 seasons. I know a couple of teams are starting to do that now, which is always great for fans, especially at this current climate, saving some money. I forgot to mention, the black numbering as well and lettering is terrible on a white and blue shirt. It looks obviously on the white, but the blue again, can't really tell what his name is, can you?
I think it's the width, isn't it, on everything? The like the stripe then, although Not even sure if that's just been superimposed on the back, so that's probably not going to do it credit because it's just doesn't.
It has as well. Yeah.
That 8's not on there, is it?
No,
No.
that's terrible.
Oh, yeah.
I love that. But I think, yeah,
Small
it's sort of it's same with the sponsor on the front, isn't it? Everything just kind of fits within the stripes, but doesn't really fit, and it's a bit.
Yeah,
yeah,
a bit off.
Never mind.
Yeah, there we go. Number 8 on the list with 23 points is the Wigan Athletic home shirt. From the last 2 seasons, we've discovered from our resident know-it-all, Josh. In a nice way. That's a better word. That's what I should have said, not a know-it-all. I apologize. Mate.
Nothing. I know nothing. I don't know.
So there we go. Number 8 on the list, as I said. So yeah, we've got 2 now that are joint 7th, both getting 24 points. And the first of which is this one. It is the Crew Alexandra home shirt from the season. 9th on my list. At first I thought I liked it, and then looking at it more, the sort of pattern in it, as well as the sponsor, it confused me a little bit. So I liked it, and then I've not liked it. I have to say, this was picked by Hannah, my lovely partner, because I was going through the teams, looking which teams to pick. I said, pick a team, have a look at the league, and then she picked this one. I said home, away, or third, and she said home. So if you don't like it, you can blame her. That's absolutely fine. I'm washing my hands of it. So yeah, 9th on my list, 8th on James's list. Let's go with you, Josh. Let's kick it off with you. And it was 6 in your list overall. I'm sure you've got some great facts about this, have you?
Not really. I know that cornflake is it cornflake? Cornflake. Sorry, Kellogg's. Yeah, no, now you see it like that, the actual, even the FBT is not very sort of like prominent, is it? And they're the ones which made it. FBT, I forget what that stands for, but I got an FBT top the other day. It was, I think, when they did Doncaster's kits. Not really known much about them, but my God, they make a lovely shirt. What I mean by that is the actual quality of fabric. It's ridiculous. Like, it's better than some of my sort of Adidas, Nike and Puma stuff. I mean, really nice. Again, I think I've sort of, gone above with regards to, well, I've rated it better than the sort of Portsmouth and the Wigan one, simply because it's a bespoke design. I think that's meant to be wheat, is it not?
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah. So that's quite nice. I mean, it's very, very rare you see like a sponsor, don't you? Sort of like evoking a design within the shirt itself. But yeah, a fair play to them. Yeah, it's not bad. And again, I've just voted it because it had a little bit more about it than the other 2. Yeah,
no problem. Matt, we'll come to you just because you had this quite high up on your list. 3rd overall. Taken away by the design. You're a big fan of that, I guess.
So a couple of points. This is actually designed by the chap that goes by the name of Concept Kits.
Oh yeah.
Really?
It's done home and away for both of for Crew.
I actually love it now. It's number 1. That's the best kit.
So I think what I particularly liked about this shirt in comparison to the others on the list is that the club have gone to an independent designer from the kit scene and worked with that person to kind of create something that is unique to that design for shirts.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I think that it deserves a lot of credit for what it is. So that's why it's high up. I think it is. I think personal taste. I probably wouldn't wear it because it's quite busy. But that's a personal preference. But I think I give a lot of credit to the fact that it is the shirt that it is, and it comes from the roots which what it does.
Yeah. No, I agree. And if I'd have known, I'm not saying if I'd known that I would have scored it higher. Probably would have, just because, like you say, teams going out and reaching out to the the absolute talent that's in the kit community designing kits. Like I know a lot of teams are doing it with sort of fan votes now, and you do see a lot. But I think if they actually just went to these people independently anyway, people like yourself, and we're wanting to have that sort of true fan experience of being designed by fans. I think it'd make the kits a lot more unique and stand out a lot more, and be maybe cherished a lot more than just having these standard templates like we've seen.
Yeah.
So no, I think that's well done to Crew. That's absolutely amazing. Hopefully, a lot more teams jump on board with that as well. So we'll finish off with you, Sean. You had this 5th. Tell us what you think of the Crew shirt.
I just like the colours and the design, and the fact that it has made that the sponsor's been included in the design of the shirt. Well, I thought it was anyway. It looks like fields of wheat in it. And although the sponsor's quite large, it also remains subtle as well with the top third of the shirt. It's not too in your face. That's the reason. It's number 5.
As good a reason as any. So yeah, there we go. Number 5. Number 5. It's not number. It's number 5 on your list. Joint 7th on our list. Sorry, that's my fault. No worries. Joint 7th on our list. With 24 points, it is the Crew home shirt from the season. And joining it on 24 points, joint 7th is. I will get it up. We didn't really look at the other pictures of it, to be fair. I think that's just the back. And I think on pitch, it does look quite nice if we just talk about it. Looks, I think it does look quite nice with that sort of pattern. It's obviously compared to the other picture, it stands out a lot more, I think, as well. Compared to just the white background, but
overall, brand's lost, isn't it? And that's the thing. You can't see a brand logo, which is really unusual. You'd think they'd want to make that quite prominent, but I don't know how you would.
No, but no, it looks a lot better on that picture, I'd say, definitely. So there we go. Yeah, so joint 7th on the list. Moving on to the next shirt, joining it on 24 points is the Ipswich home shirt from this season. Made famous, obviously, by the fact it was sponsored by Ed Sheeran, obviously a hometown boy. You can see his sort of tour placement and logo across there. I had it 8th on my list. Just looks like the Crew away shirt, but in blue a little bit to me. 8th for 7th for James. Matt, we'll come to you again. You similar to myself in 8th. Just the Crew shirt in blue for you.
Well, it started off a bit higher up my list, and then as I sort of thought about it, it kind of just dropped. And to think that it ended up at 8th is quite interesting, considering I thought it started quite a lot higher than that. I mean, I like a pinstripe. I think the Ipswich badge always looks nice on a shirt. I think Ipswich generally, their shirts with Adidas have been fairly nice on the whole. I quite liked the whole Ed Sheeran link up thing. I love that. I love a crossover where sort of the football team and something that belongs to the kind of local culture in a big way kind of get together and make something happen. So I quite like that. But ultimately, when you kind of strip that away, it is just a very templated design, and therefore it kind of has to go into that bottom half for me of my list.
Yeah,
but it's great on Ed there, obviously.
Yeah, perfect. It looks absolutely great. Fits the shape of him, some might say.
Oh, don't! I had that all brewed up. Oh, you've ruined it.
Oh,
oh dear.
I'm sorry, mate. I'm sorry.
Oh.
I apologise.
It's all right, mate.
Hey, come here. Let me fix you. Come on.
Oh no! Stop this now.
Okay. So it is believed to be Ipswich's last season with Adidas. So I believe they're going to Umbro from next season, if rumours are to be believed. Sean, you had this 3rd in your list. You're a big fan of it then, I guess?
Yeah, I like, especially on the first picture, you can see it looks like an 80s shirt, really tight. Again, with the pinstripes. I like that nod to the 80s. Also, the Ed Sheeran factor. Not the greatest fan of Ed Sheeran, but I'm glad it's happened. Sponsor looks not bad, not too in your face. Yeah, I'm happy with that. I'd definitely wear that. Reminds me of like Everton in the 80s, and even Ipswich, to be honest. Jake Bugg's done one with Notts County, and it just doesn't look as good.
No. So this is your best pop
star
sponsor
this season.
Yeah,
this season.
What other pop stars would you like to see sponsor teams? Can you reel any off?
One MJ, part of like Fulham, and did he have something to do with Cambridge?
He had a statue.
He had a statue outside Fulham, and he was at Exeter as well, wasn't he? With
Exeter, that's the one. Yeah,
the spoon bender, Yuri Geller.
Yeah.
That's fun stories. He can't sponsor anything. He's dead now. He's not got any music out, mate. He can't. Anyone alive? We'll move on. That's fine. Don't worry about it. There. I thought you'd have something. Clearly not. Night out rating. You said you'd wear it on a night out. What's your overall rating?
I'd give that a 9, like with a nice leather jacket as well. Turn it into a 10.
A nice leather
jacket.
Yeah.
You're really going back to the 80s, aren't you? You know we're not in the 80s.
Fanatical or something.
Sticking with it, so
leather jacket. Okay. Stonewashed denim as well. Jeans. Is that what you'd be wearing?
Oh yeah.
I think
maybe a few rhinestones as well. Definitely a heel.
Oh yeah. Cuban heels, yeah. All right, moving on quickly. We'll finish off with you, Josh. You had it 5th in your list for this shirt. Come on, tell us what the Kitsman thinks.
Yeah, I just like it. I think it's like you say, it's a template, but it's not an overly obvious template. I don't think. I think is it a combination of them with the pinstripes on there as well. I do like the sponsor. I think that's great that they've used the Tor on there. I mean, I don't think you can use Ipswich to sort of like sponsor it to sell out, but I like the sentiment. I think that more collaborations like that are quite interesting. I'd rather see a tour sponsor on there than a betting sponsor or anything else like that. So fair play to Ipswich for bringing that on board. Obviously the hype that went with Eddie showing off as well. No, I think it's a really nice shirt actually. The more I look at it, the more I think I appreciate it more. And usually when your eyes go to a sponsor first off, it's usually like a bad thing. But for this, no, I think it's all about that really. I like it a lot. A lot. Yeah.
News just in, Sean. If you wear a leather jacket, you're done. Apparently that's come from Lucy. So I'd think twice about that leather jacket, mate.
She's never seen me in a leather jacket, so
I don't think she wants to. That's the point, I think.
See that.
We'll move on. Let's not be witness to the end of Sean's relationships, are we? The Ipswich shirt coming joint 7th on our list. Just quickly as well, yeah, we mentioned the badge, but I think Ipswich's crest is probably one of the best in English football. I have to say, just stands out. It is a beautiful badge.
They're not Lincoln City anymore.
I said one of. I didn't say the best.
Oh, all right, okay, that's fine, mate. That's fine. Don't worry about it.
I'm not going to do this all night, but Lucy said she doesn't want to see you in a leather jacket, Sean.
I'll turn her Wi-Fi off, I think.
There we go. Joint 7th on our list with Crew. It's the Ipswich Town home shirt. Again, 24 points overall. So we'll move on to our next shirt in the list. So coming 6th. Again, just by 1 point. Like I say, they're all quite close in this sort of batch. It is the Wigan Wanderers Ukraine kit, obviously done in charity for the situation over in Ukraine. Nice touch from Wickham. I have to say, so it was number 5 in my list, just for the fact of obviously what they've done. When looking, I didn't actually know about this shirt. This is not something I knew about until researching the shirts for this episode. I almost did the away shirt. I don't know if you've seen the Wickham away shirt from this season. That
pink,
horrible. It's the brown, or maybe the third shirt, the brown. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
that was almost picked until I saw this, and I thought, yeah, let's go with something a bit nice, bit of charity oriented. So that's why it's kind of high up on my list in 5th. James has put this 4th in his list. And yeah, Sean, we'll start with you. You had this 8th overall.
Yeah, just purely on aesthetics, it just reminds me of a rugby top.
Okay.
I just didn't like it. I thought
the man with the Canterbury top.
Yeah, I know. I looked at myself as I was saying that, thinking shame on you, but yeah, it just doesn't do it for me as a soccer shirt.
Okay.
I've never liked their sponsor.
The Dreams.
Mm.
You should have kept the pink in there. That's a weird add to it. They could have done without that. For me, maybe a little bit to pick up on. Let's go. Sorry, let's go with you, Josh. You had this 8th as well, same as Sean.
Yeah.
Tell us your overriding thoughts on this Wickham shirt.
Yeah, it's like I said, nice sentiment, isn't it? I know O'Neill's have been sort of partnered with Wickham for a little while. I've done some good stuff together, actually. Saw one of the O'Neill shirt or Wickham shirts the other day in town, and they look quite nice in person. I know they're a fan of sublimation as well, so a lot of their stuff sublimated, which I think the Wickham badge there is maybe I don't know if it's stitched on or whatnot, but a lot of their stuff sublimated, which I don't like. But that's just personal preference. But in terms of design, they do some lovely stuff, and I think that this one's nice. I think Dreams. I think they've had a nightmare there with that. It's really not good. It's that pink in it. I mean, I don't know what else they could have done. Maybe have just had that in like a white with like a black outline, perhaps. But that looks a little bit off. But no, it's a nice football shirt. Could have worked as a rugby shirt as well, actually. It's got that sort of feel about it. Yeah, it's unique enough. But yeah, no, I'm not mad about it, but I appreciate it.
Yeah, I agree. I always think the Wickham badge, I always think the character inside it, the swan or whatever, it looks like something that would be in an Enid Blyton book, like a character that would be really mad at Peter Rabbit or something.
Yeah, like, you've got to stop this, Peter. We've had reports.
Yeah. I don't know why. It's just something I've always thought. So we'll finish off with you, then, Matt. You had this similar to me, 5th overall in your list. Yeah, tell us what you thought about it.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, done for very good reasons, which is applaudable. I don't, and then and the color combo actually works really nicely. The opposite sleeves as well is a nice thing. But for me, there are just certain details in it that aren't up my street, really, in terms of things like the additional stripes through the break between the shapes. I did not do diligent research and did not check whether it's exactly the same as the home shirt, just in the different colorway. And my guess is it might be. But yeah, it just, I always really like a Wickham shirt. Wickham's a great ground to go to. It's always a really fun afternoon or evening when you go there. So I kind of got fond memories of that club, and I like the colorway normally. I like the quarters. It's quite a cool, quite unusual thing. So yeah, it ticks some boxes and not others. I think the Josh's point about the sublimation, from a personal point of view, it's the full sublimation of things like all the logos and stuff. But as somebody who is, who deals with making things, you kind of have to make choices what you do and you don't stitch in and that sort of thing. And they will have good reasons why they do it, I'm sure.
It's probably to stop people like Sean, put it on a 60 wash and everything coming off.
Well, it allows Sean to put it on a 60, doesn't it?
Well, yeah. Well, sorry, yeah.
He's well away. He's well away there.
If you did it the other way and everything coming off. Yeah.
Not a lot of football fans have wives, so they have to do their own washing.
Have you done market research? How do you know that?
Just a guess.
Okay, we'll move on from that quickly. 6th on the list with 25 points. It is the Wickham Wanderers Ukraine kit. from O'Neill's with the Enid Blyton character in the crest. Moving on to number 5, 27 points overall in the list. One of us may be happy, unhappy in this list. The guy directly below me, it is the Lincoln City home shirt from this season with a little imp on it. No, I'm not talking about James. It is the Lincoln City badge by area. It was number 4 in my list. This one is number 4 in my list. This one, not so much. I like this one. But yeah, number 4 on my list. 9th for James. We'll start off with you, Sean, shall we? 4th for you as well. Tell us what you thought about this shirt.
Yeah, like you said, before the Branston, it's 4th.
Yeah.
Just done all right with the green sponsor and the name. Who are Branston?
Potato company, Branston Potatoes.
Okay.
Very, very, very agriculturally friendly county, Lincolnshire.
Well, I know them for the sausages and the cheese. Actually, Lincoln.
Oh, mate, yeah.
I never knew them for the sausages, the potatoes.
Oh, mate, you can't move for spuds here.
Yeah, it just looks a bit basic, really. That was my reason for being so low.
Okay. Yeah. Would you give it a night out rating?
5 or 6 out of 10, probably.
5 or 6 out of 10. Okay. So 5.5. Should we just go for?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. Okay. Brilliant. We'll move on to. Let's go with Matt. Why not? 4th again for you. Tell us why.
Yeah, well, I thought it was a decent one, this one. I'm pretty sure that Josh will come flying in with all sorts of facts about it, so I'll just, I won't go stealing the thunder on that one.
Please.
But I think I prefer the one that Josh is wearing to this one, if we were to pick. And then, but obviously with the sponsor thing going on that they've got going on, I think, and Josh will be able to tell us which one you can actually buy in the shop. I'm guessing it's that one. But yeah, I think it's all right. I think it's a decent effort. I think I quite like the Lincoln City badge. I quite like the fact that they've refrained from redrawing it yet, and as such, it kind of retains quite a lot of charm. And like this shirt in particular looks really quite old school, doesn't it? It's got a really nice sort of throwback feel about it. So yeah, I like it.
It's definitely like a sort of 70s, sort of 80s throwback, really heavy material sort of 70s shirt. Definitely when you look at it. I think this is the one I saw on the website when I was researching the shirts to get. So I think you can buy the sponsorless version on their website. We'll come to Mr. Lincoln City himself, or Mr. Lincoln himself, not so much Lincoln City. 7 for you, Josh. You're going to lose some hometown points for having it so low, or?
Yeah, I think some of the other shirts were stronger. I'm also unsure of why I did that. But yeah, no, just a little bit about it. I won't go into too much detail, but I was like lucky enough to be invited on to the panel that helped design it. I'm blown away. He just got like a message from the CEO of it, and he's just such a nice guy, Liam Scully, who is CEO of Lincoln City, and I was going for a bit of a crappy time at the time, and he reached out and said, "Josh, do you want to be part of the creation panel? Would love to sort of have you on, get your thoughts and such." And honestly, blew me away, man. So I got onto a Zoom call, and fair enough. We're the other fans, the other people that are part of the community, Lincoln City community. And you were right, it is 80s influenced from the Adidas shirt, which went down really well with fans back in the day. They were going through cycles, Lincoln City. Like, for instance, this one was very much a little bit experimental, but also retro. This is more traditional Lincoln City. So next year, I think they may be going a bit more experimental again. It's got 5 sponsors this year. You can go into the club store and you can actually buy that like that. You have to request the sponsor. There's only a set few people that have actually taken the sponsor and had it printed on. Before Branston Potatoes, which actually I think looks quite nice on that. But you had University of Lincoln, which we've had before, which looked really cool in black. It's just really nice. You see a lot of those going through the city. I think a lot of people loved the fact that it was just sponsorless, just added a bit of sort of style and class to it. And yeah, no, it was just really nice to see the creation process. And whilst I was on there, I was speaking to Area, who were doing some goods, so who were doing some sort of bits for the presentation, like they were putting the PDF documents together of their mood board and their theme for the kits and such, and they were saying how much like Lincoln City is a massive club for them. I think they sell more Lincoln City shirts than they do Parma shirts, because of the actual culture, I think, of football fans. So it was just really nice to be involved in, to see how a kit gets sort of theme board and mood boarded to the creation and finalization. So that's kind of it really. And I don't know why I scored it 7th.
Oh, it's a great story, mate. Yeah, I didn't know you was involved in that. That's amazing. I have to say, it's not the sponsor. The sponsor looks quite nice, the green. I just think it's the breaking the stripes just does it for me, I think. But overall, really nice kit. So number 4 on the list. Fourth on the list. 27 points is the Lincoln City home shirt from this season. So yeah, make sure you go and grab one if you're a Lincoln City fan, with a sponsor or without, whichever takes your fancy. I guess they're all on sale now, aren't they?
They're all gone now, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll move on to number 3 on the list. Jumping up by quite a few points, with 38 overall out of 50. So not a bad score. You have to say, to come third. The other 2 must be quite high. It is the Cambridge United 3rd shirt from this season. Made by Hummel. Hummel don't really do bad kits, do they? Let's be honest. They always seem to hit the mark. 3rd overall for me, 6th for James. We'll go with you again, Sean, because you were saying the same as James in terms of putting it 6th overall. So yeah, tell us why you put it 6th.
I don't know actually. I really like it now. It just looks smart, doesn't it? It's as 3rd shirts go, you still got the elements of the home colours there, but you can differentiate from like massively that it's not a home shirt. Yeah, I like, and it's a Hummel kit. I always love Hummel kits.
Yeah,
because of Denmark and Peter Schmeichel and whatnot. Yeah, I should have rated it higher. I like the little amber black.
Yeah, there we go. A little flip flop for all those flip flop fans. Nice out rating.
8.5.
8. Nice. Josh, you had it 10. Number 1, sorry, in your list. It is a great kit. Is the sponsor a bit of a problem being so big?
No. I think group would probably be like taken out of it, would have made it a little bit better, a bit more balanced. But I don't think it's too overpowering for me not to still love it like I do. Like Sean was saying, the incorporation of the home colours at the top there is a nice touch. The way that it actually panels the Hummel logo and the actual club's badge itself is really nice too. Hummel really get sort of football clubs. When I spent a bit of time sort of with them, they said that they usually send their designers in to sort of like the cities and towns to spend some time there to see what their fans think, look at landmarks, and they really get it, and they sort of really want to design something which they know is going to sort of impress fans. And I think this one has, and as a full kit, it looks absolutely awesome. And yeah, I think Mick George Group's local to them. I just think it's a really standout shirt, and Hummel have done really well.
Yeah, I think we pretty much all agree on the panel. Matt, we'll finish off with you. Number 1 for you as well. Anything you can add to what Josh has said, or
Yeah, other than the heart, this is the dagger to my heart. This one. So I put the Cambridge shirt number 1, and as soon as I saw it, you know, just like that is such a delightful shirt. You know, it's got all of that kind of all those retro vibes, but also just a really nice, fresh, clean cut to it. Again, you know, like it's been said, you know, Hummel are often applauded for how well they do shirts, and they do well with sort of local teams. The Mick George thing, they also sponsor Posh.
All right.
So it goes big on the local sponsorship. Used to be the Skips logo that you get on the Mick George Skips. You used to have on the front of shirts. So I think Group is probably an improvement on having the word skip. So on the front of a shirt, but you know, it is pretty massive, and I think it's the same on the Peterborough shirts. It feels a bit massive, but it seems that they are putting a fair amount of money in to the local club. So you know, possibly can have a big name on the front. But yeah, I mean, look at it; it's just lovely, isn't it? That's all that needs to be said.
Yeah, it's a great thing to do, and obviously sponsoring them local clubs. So number 3 on the list, I have to say as well, another great crest, Cambridge. Some great crests in the list tonight. Probably got another 1 or 2 to go before we finish. So yeah, number 3, 38 points overall from us is the Cambridge United 3rd shirt from this season. Yeah, there we go. So let's move on to number 2. Missed out by a couple of points, 42 overall. 2 people put it top of their list. It is the Plymouth Argyle home shirt from this season. 2nd for me. I mean, it's going to be said. I won't say much because it's got all the things I like are going to get mentioned. I 100% guarantee it. 1st for James. Josh, you had this 2nd on your list, similar to me. Yeah, tell us why this is the 2nd best shirt from the 10 given this week.
Ginsters. It's all about Ginsters, mate. It's delightful. I'm so sad they're going next season. It's so good. Like, I think it's gradually got its way to that look. I think it started off red, didn't it? Like its normal sort of logo, and now it's gradually gone to that. Love a pinstripe, absolutely gorgeous. I love that color as well. It's like a real sort of like a unique tone of green, and I think it's got a dark short as well, which I think really complements it. And I think all their shirts from this season were really nice and ravine cut. Yeah, I mean, it just looks really, really, really good. It pops. Ginsters being sort of in a Cornish company, Ginsters. Yeah. Again, another sort of local enough sponsor. And no, I just as soon as I saw it, I mean, they were raving about it before it came out, you know, all the little teasers with like the close up to the pinstripes and stuff. And yeah, it's going to be sad to see Ginsters go. I think that really adds a lot to the Pilgrims kits. And is it Pilgrims?
The Pilgrims, yeah.
Pilgrims,
yeah. I think that's one of the things that, you know, I'm mortified about, but I won't go on about it.
Quick before we need some tissues, mate. You feel free to exit and go and sort yourself out. Matt, we'll come to you next. Only 7th in your list. Tell us what it was that didn't quite hit the mark in terms of this kit for you.
So obviously sponsor great, crest great, pinstripe great, color great. It's just the fact that it's on that particular template for me takes it right down. So it sat in the sort of lower half for me. For that reason, I've got issues with that particular template personally. I just don't really get on with it. Isn't it? You know, we all know, we all recognise it. There's something about it that I just don't particularly like. But I would say this is seventh's possibly a bit harsh, but it's it's lovely, but not
for you, not the one for you. Let's be honest though, it could have been a much worse Puma template from this season though. They could have done them really dirty, couldn't they? And gone.
Yeah, well, I think we've got. Yeah, they've avoided a banana skin there, haven't they?
Yeah, just a bit. We'll move on then to finish off with Sean, because he had it top of the list for him. You love a pasty, don't you? Tell us why you love that shirt.
Pasties, pork pies, and Scotch eggs are my go-to snack.
If anyone wanted to know, is that on your dating profile as well, or was it when you were single?
I'll have to see if my dating profile's still active. Actually, I've not been on there for a while.
It shouldn't be.
No. Yeah, just the kit is lovely, isn't it? It's classy. It looks like people say royal blue. It's royal green there, I think. Again, a pinstripe is nice. And Plymouth aren't close enough to Stockport so that I wouldn't like the kit. A couple of seasons maybe. Yeah, I'd definitely wear on a night out as well. 10 out of 10, I think.
10 out of 10 as well.
Wouldn't even need the leather jacket.
No, you wouldn't, mate. You're right, you wouldn't. So there we go. I mean, you can't get a higher praise than that from Sean. Number 1 on his list. Second overall for us, though, with 42 points. Missing out on top spot this week. So it means there's only one shirt left for us to rank. Come top. Missing out on full marks by 5 points. So we got 45 overall. Very well liked by the panel. No one put it. It was in the top 5 for everyone in terms of their rankings. So yeah, we'll get into it. And number 1 is the third shirt from Charlton Athletic from this season. I mean, you can't go wrong with black and gold, can you? Which I think is probably the reason why a lot of people put it where they did. Top of the pile for me. Yeah, Hummel again. Just don't miss. Second for shall we go with the person who had it lowest out of the 5, which was Josh. You only third, so it's not too bad. Tell us what it was that you liked about the Charlton third shirt, mate.
Yeah, just like the fact that they've decided to sort of go with just the sword as the badge. They just sort of decided to simplify it, and I think that worked really well. At first, I was when I went to see I saw Lincoln Charlton and they were wearing this, and I was instantly just like, what is that? That is so nice. I think I remember it coming out on like the socials, but to actually see it in the flesh was just it just looked amazing. I love the gold detailing around there. I just love that they just really sort of feel the need to sort of like polish it off, and that's what they've done with all the matching sort of like finishes everywhere, and that nice gold on the KV consulting. I just like it. I think black and gold always gets sold, doesn't it? And this one is no different. I think it's did really well at retail, and it's not hard to see why. I think they're doing great things with Charlton.
Yeah, fully agree with that one. Sean, second as well for you. Tell us what you liked about this one.
Colorway works for me. Again, Hummel. Looks very MLS as well, doesn't it? A bit like Atlanta, maybe. And again with the crest, I like the subtlety of it, and they've got the main part in there, the glove and the sword. And it's definitely one you can wear on a night out. It looks good in match play as well, to be honest.
Yeah,
did look good.
Your night out rating, and let's finish off with that.
9. 9, please, Aaron.
9. You can have a 9. That's absolutely fine. So let's finish off with Matt then. I'm interested to get his thoughts on this shirt. Second for you as well. So yeah, the panel were a fan of this one overall. So yeah, tell us what it was about this Charlton third shirt for you, mate, that seemed to strike a chord.
It's pretty much everything, isn't it? It's just, we could go on about that black and gold for days. Not been mentioned yet. I mean, the way that it runs all the way through the kit in terms of it being in the chevrons and the socks, in the way that they've gone with the gold name sets on the back, and actually the visual of just the front doesn't do the sponsor justice in terms of the fact that it's got that same lovely kind of actual gold kind of metallic texture to it. It's all heat pressed on. There's no sublimation in the decals, so it kind of really like that gold really sort of sings out. It's just really very nice, very plain. I mean, like I said earlier with the templates, you kind of sometimes simpler is better. I'm a big advocate of subtlety in design, and I just think this is This is nail on the head time.
Yeah, I fully agree. Just one point like that came to mind then when you in terms of the name set being allowed to be gold as well, which wouldn't work in the Premier League because you can only have a certain amount of numbers. They probably wouldn't be allowed gold, would they? They'd have to have white, which would just take away from the shirt massively.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
It is beautiful, and I think it's right to be number one on our list this week. The Charlton Athletic third shirt hits top spot with our panel for the best shirt from League One for season 21 to 22. 45 points, missing out top spot by 5 points. I think we will get a perfect score one day. I'm pretty sure of it. So, yeah, let us know what you think. Were we right in terms of what shirt we put top? Thanks to our amazing panel, as always. I will just do my due diligence, as I always should. Our scores, so everyone knows that I don't cheat. I'll just do quickly in case anyone says, no, actually, I didn't put that score, but it's too late now. So, yeah, there we go. We have come to the end of this week's ranking. That's the end of the show. We have picked our top 10 from League One this season. So, yeah, let's thank the panel. Let's go around. Matt, thank you for making your third appearance. It's always a pleasure to catch up and talk kit with you.
Thank you.
Where can people find you? What are you up to? Let people know.
Yeah, so we've touched it already. So at Kit and Bone is where you'll find me across Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Basically doing football, but with a bit of difference. So football shirts with a bit more personality is kind of where I like to hang my hat this week. I'll change that for next time, but that's where we're sat at the moment. Yeah, that's me.
Make
follow
sure
Skull.
Make sure you go and follow Matt because he's just
Well worth it. Well worth it.
And brilliant, amazing work. Josh, as always, the fourth member of our squad. It has to be said, you are just a legend, aren't you? That's pretty much all I have to say.
The cement that binds us, I think.
That's it.
It's just a good blend. It's a good blend. A good mix.
Most def. So yeah, thanks again, mate. As always, I don't know what to say. Just thank you for being here, being part of our lives, bringing the knowledge to what is usually a mess of a show.
No, mate. I know nothing.
No, that's a lie. That's a lie. Anything you want to plug? Are you up to out? People need to check.
No. Not really, to be honest with you. Just more of the same things. Got some really exciting stuff coming up soon. It's all very much like in the in the melting pot. You know, things are going to drop very soon, and I'll say no more. So we've got plans.
Exciting. It's exciting. Yeah. Look forward to it. Just search the Kitsman, and everywhere you'll find him, and make sure you follow him because that is where I get my source of a lot of information in regards to kits from. So don't let him talk down of himself. Everyone knows he's the number one. He's the daddy. He's the Jesus, and we are the disciples. That's all I'll say.
Jesus.
Spanish, Jesus. Sean, thanks for joining us from your call center today.
I'd be a shit salesman on the phones.
I don't know. You sell that kits to us, so that's quite good.
Make it.
You
need to sell Canterbury back to Portsmouth, mate.
Yeah.
I thought you said something else. I thought you said you need to sell cancer back to somebody then.
No.
Like, nobody needs to buy that.
No, you wouldn't sell much of that. Moving on. You back off your dinner now. You got to go back and do the last bit of your shift.
Yeah, I'm being outsourced from Bangladesh. I'm selling a phone contract to the people of Mumbai.
Okay, that's fine.
Good.
Moving on. Do you want to plug your Twitter to everyone?
I've not done much on Twitter. I kept saying I was going to drop some of my latest purchases from charity shops, but I'll definitely do that this week.
Okay, brilliant.
I've got about 8 shirts I need to share with you all.
No, we were talking about the Brazil vest that you got me earlier on, which I'm looking forward to getting.
Can I say something? I tried it on just to see if it fits.
Why?
Me because I'm a small, but you claim I'm a medium, Aaron, and it's a medium and it fits perfect. So
Nice. You might not be getting it.
I know my size. I better add. I know my sizing. So there we
Yeah.
go. But yeah, all right. Thanks, Sean. As always, I will see you next week.
If you like, Sean.
See you, Josh.
So yeah, that's it from us. We are gonna head out. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for being part of Talking Kit. If you like what you see, make sure you subscribe to the channel, like the video, share it with your friends, and let them become fans of Talking Kit as well. We will be back very, very soon with another full kit rankers. Until then, just make sure that you do keep Talking Kit, and we'll see you very, very, very soon.